Thank you, thank you. Welcome everyone, welcome. Bacteria, good to see you've made it. Virus, great work lately. This year's neurovirus is a triumph. Nice to see so many of my microbial family here. Now, I'm here today to talk about our collective and ongoing project. If some of your single cells do not equate to a great memory, let me remind you. The aseptic technique offensive. Humans. We were to strike at the most vulnerable of their ranks, those whose immune systems had already been depleted by our cytotoxic cousins, those whose white blood cells have all but been obliterated and who present the opportunity for us to cause maximum misery and damage with minimum effort. We were to hitch a lift with the very cytotoxics that would aid our passage past the immune system and those pesky leukocytes. So far, attempts have been made, but we are meeting with great resistance. The situation. We live in dangerous times. The humans are becoming more and more aware of us. They have instruments so that they can see us, and they have ways to monitor and measure our very existence. They are armed too, with deadly chemicals which can destroy vast colonies in a single swipe. Hands. Once one of our main modes of transport, hands are now no-go areas. The worker humans follow thorough processes of scrubbing using chlorhexidine gluconate, yes, an antibacterial wash effective on a vast range of bacteria, fungi, virus, and yes, yeasts. No crease, fold, or knuckle is safe. They all get coated. Survival is unlikely. To follow the cytotoxics into the cleanroom would require stowing away on a clothing particle or attached to an eyelash maybe. This is still fraught with danger. The air. HEPA. A positive air pressure system makes it near impossible to waft around and stay airborne. Other entrances are guarded by HEPA, the high-efficiency particulate air filter, which traps particles of 0.3 of a micron or larger. Yes, that is many of you, gowning. The worker humans wear no makeup, no hair products, and take no money or phones or any other items which we could stow away on into the clean room. If you have managed to get yourself onto an item of clothing, you are likely to stay that way for the duration of the session, as a layer of protective clothing is added soon after they enter the clean room. SOPs. Once in the cleanroom, a series of SOPs, that's standard operating procedures, are followed. This is to ensure that good manufacturing processes are maintained throughout the production session. Tray setup. The ingredients and consumables are put together in a tray and are signed off against the prescription, the worksheet, and the reconciliation sheet. These tray setups are then checked by a second person. Spray and wipe. The tray and every item in it is then wiped with a biocide B wipe, a blend of stabilized chlorine dioxide and an ammonium compound. Yes, Clostridium difficile, you will be killed. After a minimum of 2 minutes, the tray and everything in it is sprayed and wiped with a 70-30 blend of denatured ethanol, a broad-spectrum antimicrobial. Careful attention is given to the flaps and folds. There is no hiding place. The tray is placed in the hatch and a timer set. Tachymat. Any particles which may have become separated from paper or skin risk being caught on the tachymat as the workers enter through into the isolator room. The isolator. The inside of the isolator is cleaned before and after every manufacturing session. It is also cleaned during a session if both cytotoxic and monoclonal antibodies are being prepared. This is to ensure the sterility and safety of the final product. Settle plates. Settle plates are placed around the cleanroom and in the isolator. These catch a number of the airborne particles. The trays are sent to a quality assurance laboratory after every session. Any growth outside normal parameters is reported back to the team and to the accountable pharmacist. Glove change. The glove change is carried out with careful dexterity so that no breach occurs. Should a breach occur, say a tear in the glove for instance, the isolator would alarm due to the internal pressure dropping. A full internal clean, involving biocide B and IMS, and a 30-minute wait would then ensue. Manufacturing. For each prescription, a tray of the required ingredients and consumables is sprayed and wiped with 70-30 ethanol and placed into the left hatch of the isolator. An internal lock activates and releases the items into the main process chamber only after 130 seconds have passed. The worker human, the operator, can now follow the instructions on the worksheet and prepare the chemotherapy for use by adding it to an infusion bag or a syringe for final injection. Each medication comes with its own set of instructions and to ensure the integrity of the product. Some require vigorous mixing, others must be handled with absolute delicacy. Checking. The required volumes are drawn up by the operator and carefully checked by a second person. The final product and its components are then sent out of the isolator via the right side hatch and labelled and checked again before heading to their final check by the accountable pharmacist. Cleaning. Then everything is cleaned. Everything. Waste is bagged and sent out of the unit to be incinerated. The office. The clean room appears to be an impenetrable fortress as far as bacteria and virus are concerned. We have to look elsewhere and at our other options. As well as being made in-house, some of the chemotherapy is purchased from select suppliers who have their own industrial clean rooms. These, along with support medication, is stored in the office. The prescription is received and the required medications dispensed and then checked by a pharmacist before being dispatched to the Macmillan ward. The bare below the elbow rule for this makes travelling to the ward quite tricky. Although conditions in the office are not as hostile as that of the clean room, the area is still maintained with chemical detergents and the workers maintain excellent personal hygiene and wear gloves when coming into contact with double-sealed chemotherapy. Even the keyboards are wiped with sanitizer. Oh, fear not, we are on a phone. The phone is treated as almost sacred by the humans. It's rarely cleaned and is taken almost everywhere. This, even though a study by researchers from the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine and the Queen Mary University of London found 16% of the 380 phones they swabbed, yes, that's 1 in 6, contained E. coli originating from fecal matter. Isn't that right, fellows? So, to close, yes, things do look gloomy, but... Oh, is it raining?